Hello, my little gemstones. Lady Rosemary here, Briar Rose Cottage. I'm Moonstone Grown. Today is Canada Day, and I've already been on Facebook. I haven't done a playlist forever. Just lots of Canadian songs and some Canadian shorts. And this is often the day, except for when in some sports things, that Canadians get loud and proud. Because we are Canadian. Despite what a few misguided people are thinking that separation is a good thing. I was born in BC. I made my 5-year-old ass got all the way across Canada to Nova Scotia to the Bay of Fundy and watch those tides go backwards. Nowhere in my back in the day, because I reached that age that it's legit. I actually have the back in the day. Do I want my repertoire to be back in the day when I was Canadian? So hell no to separation. And I did say I was going to, as of today, July 1st, Canada Day, I was going to be more politically involved, and stuff would show up on my yard in support of the Indigenous and their rights, because I have ancestors. I would, shame on you, Johnny. Shame, shame, shame on you. Women have not been persons under the law in Canada for 100 years yet. And in a place where they're talking about separation, that is scary. So, if you want some fun things to watch and you're not from Canada, or you're not, let's see, you were born 2010 and later, there's some fun things on YouTube. Check out Heritage Moments. It's I think it's Historica Canada. Anyways, Heritage Moments, and it gives you, there's a lot of little shorts that were made that were on Canadian TV, besides the house hippos from the National Film Board, the MFB. That's the other place I want you to go look, because we got Log Driver's Waltz and Little Black Fly and The Cat Came Back. Plus, over the years, you can actually see the evolution of video art, through in Canada. But yes, I am Canadian. You don't hear me say it very often. Not a hockey lover, but I trotted out Hockey Night in Canada, the original theme song, for a friend of mine who is a big hockey fan. Had a sad moment when I caught a video about the Expos, Montreal Expos. They're down in Washington, D.C. now. We lost them. And I think Canada lost something when we let them go, because we had an American League, which is Blue Jays, and the Montreal Expos, which was National League. When the Blue Jays won Canada their first ever World Cup, World Series World Cup. That's soccer going on right now. We're not big in soccer/football. But when we won that, we had a little square ottoman, like this thing here. Was in better shape than that. Much better shape. Hence the pillowcase on it for the cats That thing's just not nice on your feet anymore. Anyways, my mother, staunch Blue Jays fan. We're in the World Series. Grandpa's sitting in his chair. We won. We won it in 92, I think it was. I'm bad because I've lost my bits and pieces. But, oh my God. We won it. Mom launched that footstool across. She reached down to the bottom and launched it, and the house erupted. I think my grandfather stood up his chair. I think I stood up. Mom was standing up, and we were all like, yeah, we did it. Yeah, we did. And then we did it 2 years in a row, and we were headed for the three-peat. Baseball strike. Baseball strike. You want conspiracy theories? Talk to Jays fans about the three-peat. Canada, as a country, is very young. We only turned 150 years old in 2017. Very special year. I got married to my late hubby that year. And yes, it was a good year. But as the Molson Canadian commercial, and I'm sure there are countries out there with stronger beer than we have, well, until we came up with, what was that, XXX? That in the black can? 7% alcohol. A lot of people started their evening with that one, so it was a cheap up and running that way. I'm sure Canada does not have the strongest beer. We now have many different types of beers, and we have ales. I would like to taste Guinness from Ireland, because apparently it's supposed to be really good. Not a big beer drinker or ale drinker, but would be worth a walk through my ancestry to just go and have a taste. But anyways, as the commercial says, go look this up on YouTube. I am Canadian, and that guy got famous for standing up on a stage and pointing out all of the ways we are Canadian and not United States. And I'm being very careful to say United States now, because I watched a thing where Canada, United States, and Mexico are all Americans. We're North Americans. So I am from British Columbia, Canada, North America, and I live in Alberta, Canada, North America. So, but yes, we are quiet until provoked. Look at our national symbols. The beaver. Even I was shocked when I learned how violent a beaver could actually be, and how much he will take you down if you disturb him. The other two national, the elk gets missed, but it is on our quarter. Elk and moose are these massive, massive animals, and will not hesitate to mess you up if provoked. So, Donald Trump, what were you thinking? You weren't thinking. You didn't do your global historical research and research of your neighbor to the north. Go check out Heritage Moments, because there's lots of interesting things in there, and had he done his Canadian history, he would know. No 51st state.